On the news a while back, they did an interview on a fully grown man, and they asked him, well, if all the cattle ranches and everything and dairies go out of business, how are you going to get your milk? And he said, well, I'm just going to go to the supermarket and just get more.
The Adopt a Farmer program is designed to help Oregon middle school students better understand how agriculture works. Each participating class adopts one Oregon farm or ranch for the entire school year.
I think the Adopt a Farmer program is important to the students of Oregon to begin that education process about our producers, our ag producers in the state, and starting to close the gap between our consumers and our rural environments, that we're sustaining the land, sustaining the economy, and how the whole cycle is supposed to work.
Yeah, I do have a new appreciation for farmers because it's helping us learn the hard work that goes into like the hay that helps feed my horses and anything and everything that helps put food on the plate for our families and everything, all the work that goes into one piece of steak or one bale of alfalfa.
Being able to show kids that the stuff that we're actually teaching in class, the kids don't understand real world applications. I mean, we can teach them lots of stuff out of books and they can be able to regurgitate and recite all that stuff, but when it actually comes to application and putting it together in the real world, it's only through experiences like this that the kids actually make those connections. We, as teachers, we live for those connections to be made, because without those connections, it's just information in a textbook.
During the school year, the class takes at least one field trip to experience it firsthand. The farmer or rancher also visits the classroom once a quarter to share information about life and work on the farm.
I think it's really important to engage those kids in a good, solid relationship. It was fun to see the light in their eyes. You know, you could explain what we were doing and how we were doing it, and then you could see the light bulb go off, and to engage them, it created a good point of contact, and that also allowed them to feel more comfortable asking lots of questions, and it was very, very triggering for them. At the same time, it's interesting for me to see their perception of things. So that engages my mind to think about how they're thinking about things, and it creates that positive interaction.
It's just been so much fun coming out here and getting to see all this great land, the great weather, all the cows, how a day-to-day ranch is run.
We probably wouldn't be able to go to a cattle ranch or represent it in a classroom. It's more important for us to get a hands-on perspective, and it's a lot more helpful to see what happens and what's all the work that's put through on a daily basis.
In spring 2014, middle school students from the Willamette Valley spent the day outside Maupin on the east side of the Cascades at Dillon Land and Cattle Company. Land management, water conservation, herd care, and even a little rope lesson. The students truly experienced ag, and that's a win-win.
Being able to bring our kids out to this area out in Maupin is a huge thing. With today's budget cuts, we just don't have the funding to be able to do this. The Agribusiness Council, being able to fund that and help us out, it's a huge thing. It's an experience that my kids would not have without that.
I would hope that all the Portland schools and all the schools that don't really get a sense of where their food comes from will take in this program so that they can come out to sunny Maupin and see the ranch and see where their food comes from.
Yes, I would love to be a farmer someday because it's such a soulful thing, and you get to go to work and do what I love, which is working with animals, helping make a difference in the world, and helping provide for people.
The Adopt a Farmer program is funded through the support of the Agribusiness Education Corporation. Contributions to this foundation are tax-deductible, so help engage our next generation about the important role of Oregon agriculture in providing food and fiber around the world.